Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. And in this one, of course, the 30th Celebration TCG set has been officially revealed for September, which is going to feature a new kind of rarity, which is really exciting. So the special 30th Celebration set has been finally revealed. It will release worldwide on Wednesday, September 16th, which is important to mention because it means that usually like Japan typically get their stuff first before we do. But this time it will be a simultaneous release, so we can't actually rely on Japan to find out like what the good cards are from the set. So it is literally just going to be a case of everyone gets this at the same time, and we'll have to learn as we go, basically, which is cool. So just like Celebrations in 2021, this set will include 30 classic Pokemon cards from across the game's history. Each of them will feature a 30th stamp and a special fall treatment. They will not be legal for tournament play. However, I have heard that they will be legal for their respective formats. So, for example, if you pull a Charizard, which I'm assuming will be very hard to do and very rare, then this Charizard, for example, would be legal for base set if you happen to be playing games of base set. And like the same goes for Pikarom. Like if you happen to pull this card, then you could use this in the Sun and Moon era of the game, which is really cool. Just gives players a chance to try out older formats, but I imagine in reality, it's more about like blinging out those retro decks, basically, because like I'd imagine this set is going to be a nightmare to collect, frankly. But yeah, as PokeBeach posted before, each booster pack will contain 6 cards, 5 foil cards, and 1 basic foil energy. So everything is foil now. English packs will also include a Pokemon TCG Live code card, which is cool. Every booster pack will come with a Pikachu card, so there's no avoiding Pikachu this time. There will be one of 30 Pikachu cards available, each illustrated by a different artist. So yeah, this is a quick glimpse at some of the Pikachus we'll be getting. I think this is probably my favorite. I mean, just look at him, he's adorable. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they've added the 30 stamp here as well. It's nice to see, although I will say this one doesn't have the 30 stamp. But yeah, so you can see here with the ones that are like, yeah, some of them have like the 30 on. I suppose it's like if they can do 30 damage, then they get them, which is cool. Yeah, some very nice artwork here. Again, I think this one, the Chubby Chew, is probably my favorite, but it's cool to see 30 different Pikachus, which is yeah, it's very fun. And if we can like zoom in here, we can see different artworks. I think this one might be my favorite artwork actually. That's sick. But yeah, it'll be fun to like try and collect all 30, I guess. Yeah, the set will introduce a brand new card rarity, Futuristic Rare, which will feature vibrant artwork illustrated by renowned Japanese artist. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but by this guy who's very talented. Pokemon says that each futuristic rare card will depict Pokemon in striking artwork evocative of hope towards an unknown future, which is interesting. Also, the Pokemon Unknown was showcased in the trailer. Like we didn't see its card reveal, but we did see the artwork for the card, so we can guarantee at least Unknown will also feature. So that's cool. But yeah, these are the new cards. We've got a Mewtwo EX now. Worth noting, this is legal for like standard play, which is cool. It has a very cool symbol as well, like very futuristic, which is nice. I'm really digging the style on this card, like just how purple the whole thing looks and the way they've utilized the symbols of energy. I think it's cool. But yeah, as for what the card actually does, 230 HP, basic psychic type with 2 attacks. Psychic powers isn't that impressive. For 3 psych energy, it does 230 damage, but during the next turn, this Pokemon can't use attacks. And then Photon Bullets for 2 Psychic, it does 50 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon, or just each of your opponent's Pokemon EX, I should say. So if we ever get into a format where it's literally just EX Pokemon, like there's no really good single prize attacking decks, which might be unlikely because I think Ghost Veil is going to be really good in the future. And then like post rotation, of course, we've got stuff like Alakazam to look forward to. So like I'm pretty sure Mewtwo won't be super strong, and 50 damage is not like a huge modifier, but like maybe in a psychic toolbox deck you could utilize this just to like soften up some of your opponent's megas, for example, before you go in there with like a big finisher or something. But yeah, seems like a pretty fun card overall. And we've also got this new Mew EX, which is very transparent, kind of like hard to make out. Like its arms seem to be like fading into nothingness, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this guy has the ability Memory Helix that says this Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your bench Pokemon, which is a crazy ability. We have seen like a lot of variations of this, usually copying attacks from the discard pile, but this one being from the bench is cool to see as well. I think the what was it, the Mew from like Fates Collide did something similar to this, so that's nice to see. And yeah, teleportation burst, 30 damage, and it's just a switch out, but that's of course not why you play this card. And it does have free retreat anyway, actually. So yeah, it has free retreat. So like an attack that helps you retreat is a bit weird, but I suppose you could like poke and then move into a pivot or something, or a stall Pokemon like Sylveon or Mimikyu if it was in expanded. Yeah, Memory Helix is a very useful ability, so I'd imagine Mew EX will see play at some point. I can't really think of any applications for it immediately, but still seems like a very potent card. Also, there was some new cards in the 30th celebration which were revealed, and these will depict like different moments throughout daytime and nighttime, I guess. But I mean, they kind of just do that anyway for artwork. So still really cool to see though. Like this Hisuian Zora is cool. I can't wait to see Hisuian Zorak again because I really like that Pokemon. But yeah, it's a lovely artwork. Also got a new version of Lycanroc. I do really like this Lycanroc, but sadly, counter is just not a very good attack. Like maybe in GLC we could get this to work, but yeah, as for effects, it's not particularly strong. We've also got a new Drifloon, which is hiding around a circuit, I guess, or a circus, like hiding in the balloons, which is a bit creepy if you know what Drifloon is capable of. But yeah, floats up 20 damage, and you can just send it straight back into the deck, just shuffle it in. Still kind of fun though, and we'll have to see what Drifblim does. Hold off on some proper judgment, until we've seen more card reveals. We've also got this new Lapras, which isn't that impressive, but like a nice centerpiece for the binder, maybe something nice for GLC. We've also got a new Umbreon, so I'd imagine we'll see like all the evolutions, like surely. But Retaliate, we've seen this a lot before. But yeah, 130, not really what it used to be. Like we had these kind of attacks in Sun and Moon, and they were much better then, but I don't think they're super strong now because they can't really two-shot everything, and we're not really in a two-shot format right now. So unless you're setting up like major damage counters, then I don't really think Retaliate has a place, but like maybe with Mega Darkrai you could do something there. We do also have another EX Pokemon though, Sylveon. Now this guy has Colorful Harmony. For a Psychic Double Colorless, does 50 damage for each type of base Genji touch all your Pokemon. So of course the natural answer to this is probably Crispin with like Monkey Dory and things. You could use Glass Trumpet to accelerate some energy to your benched colorless Pokemon. So maybe we use this in like a Noctowl Terrabox style deck. That could be really fun. You could also maybe pair this up with the Lapras that accelerates a load of energy. You've got like Metang to accelerate Metal Energy if you wanted to. So there's a lot of different ways we can get energy on the board. So it could be a lot of fun. I don't think it'll be like a super competitive deck, but it should be a lot of fun to try out at the very least. And we've also got this new Espeon, which has a Miracle Shrine, which is basically what Espeon EX used to do back in the day. But yeah, de-evolve each of your opponent's Pokemon. We've seen this a lot before in the TCG. I don't think this one is as strong, but it is kind of cool to see that you could maybe play these actually in the Flareon deck, like the Flareon EX deck. I remember that, the one that like accelerates 3 energy out of the deck. So yeah, that might actually be a good shout here. Like we just Flareon, swing for 130 and accelerate a bunch of energy. Okay, maybe Flareon's like the key here. I think there was also a Lapras EX shown, not a Lapras, a Greninja EX shown off in the video, but I don't think it was super strong. But either way, very cool to see. I'd imagine we'll start to see card reveals over the coming months. We might see more revealed at like the World Championships and stuff, but I'd imagine they might just want to save them for a little bit because like I still think we have to see all of Storm Emeralda, if I'm not mistaken, first. Yeah, so in July 30th, for July 31st, we're getting Storm Emeralda in Japan, which is around about the time that we get Pitch Black in English. So Storm Emeralda still has to be fully revealed, which is probably going to take place over the next 2 months, I'd imagine. So we will see Mega Rayquaza soon, which is cool. But yeah, then there's going to be 3 Mega Starter Set EX decks featuring Eevee, Zoroark, and Meowscarada. And then in September, we're getting the 30th Celebration set. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then Aurasika featuring Mega Lucario ZEX features in November 27th. So that's kind of a lineup here. Honestly, pretty excited for these. I think the artwork is incredible. Like Mewtwo especially is probably my favorite, although Mew EX, very, very cool. And some of these artworks are also very lovely. But as with like every TCG set like this, I'd imagine it's going to be very difficult to get a hold of product. So fingers crossed they print this into oblivion. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. It's been Ember Power. And yeah, thank you for watching.